There are places on Earth where silence doesn't feel empty. It feels occupied. Antarctica is one of those places. An endless white expanse stretches in every direction. No trees, no cities, no animals. Just ice, wind, and a cold so sharp it feels alive. The air itself seems to listen. This is where I work. My name is Dr. Maya Thomson. I am a climatologist. My job is to drill into ancient ice and read the history. Trapped inside it, storms, extinctions, shifts in climate that happened long before humans existed. Ice remembers everything. What no one tells you is that ice also reacts. The first sign appeared late one evening, long after the rest of the station had gone quiet. The lab lights buzzed softly above me as I stared at my monitor, scrolling through data from a newly extracted ice core. At first I thought my eyes were tired. Then I saw it again. A pulse, slow, regular, repeating, 1 beat per second, exactly 1 hertz. The rhythm was uncomfortable, familiar, almost biological. I told myself it was nothing. Interference, mechanical noise. Antarctica is full of strange sounds. Ice cracking under pressure, wind carving through steel, metal expanding and contracting in extreme cold. Still, I couldn't look away. I overlaid the data from other cores. The pulse appeared again and again. Different depths, different locations, perfectly synchronized. I called my colleague, Dr. Luis Ortega, into the lab. He leaned forward, squinting at the screen. His breath fogged the glass as he stared longer than I expected. Finally, he said quietly, "It looks like the ice is breathing." Neither of us laughed. Over the next few days, the signal grew stronger, cleaner, more defined. It wasn't random noise. It wasn't equipment failure. The waveform remained stable no matter how we filtered it. The ice wasn't storing the sound. It was transmitting it. At night, sleep became difficult. The station automatically dimmed its lights after midnight, bathing the hallways in a dull blue glow. Cameras showed us lying awake, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. No one had muted it out loud, but we all felt the same thing. A pressure in the chest, a tightening behind the eyes, the unsettling sense of being observed. Without being seen, the sound never crossed into hearing range. It stayed just below perception, a vibration you felt more than heard, but the body reacted anyway. I began dreaming. In my dreams, the ice cracked in perfect rhythm. Each fracture rippled outward like a wave, sending vibrations through my bones. It wasn't loud, it was intimate. It's like something pressing its ear against my chest. I woke drenched in sweat, heart pounding. So did everyone else. Conversations became short, fragmented. Did you hear that? Hear what a question repeated so often it stopped being a joke? Then the alarms went off. Red lights flooded the station. Doors sealed automatically. A proximity sensor had triggered a full lockdown. We thought something was outside. When we checked the feeds, there was nothing. No movement, no heat signatures, no life. Only a massive vibration spike, the same frequency as the pulse. The ice itself had triggered the alarm. That's when the truth began to form. The glacier beneath us wasn't inert. It was acting like a massive resonating body. Microfractures spread through the ice like veins, carrying pressure waves across unimaginable distances. Our generators, our instruments, everything we had built was feeding energy back into the system. We weren't detecting the signal. We were amplifying it, and our bodies were translating it into fear. Luis argued when I suggested shutting the generators down. Without power, we would lose heat, communications, protection, but keeping the systems running meant strengthening the resonance. So I made the call. One by one, the generators powered down. The hum faded, the pulse weakened, the pulse weakened. Then, silence, not relief. Real silence, the kind that makes your ears ring. Outside, the wind screamed across the ice. Beneath us, something shifted. A crack formed on the surface. Thin, slow, expanding, not violent, patient, as if the ice had been waiting. We evacuated days later. The official report blamed equipment malfunction, but I knew better. The sound wasn't random, and it wasn't finished. I left Antarctica, but the sound followed me. Even back home, surrounded by traffic, voices, and noise, I felt it a steady pressure just beneath awareness. The data replayed in my mind. The rhythm refused to fade. Weeks later, I returned. Not out of curiosity, out of fear. The moment I re-entered the camp, I knew something had changed. The instruments recorded pulses even when the generators were offline. The signal was growing, and it wasn't isolated to Antarctica. While reviewing archived datasets, I found older anomalies, dismissed readings. Unexplained bursts, ignored because they didn't fit existing models. Radio pulses, emerging from beneath the Earth, that shouldn't be possible. Signals from space arrive from above. The planet blocks everything else. But these didn't. They behaved like particles that had passed straight through the Earth and emerged on the other side. I dug deeper. NASA balloon experiments, Antarctic antenna, Array's old research logs. Years ago, scientists detected impossible radio bursts rising from the ice at angles physics couldn't explain. No known particle could do that. Not cosmic rays, not neutrinos. This was an error. It was precedent. And now it was happening again. More frequently, stronger. When I overlaid the timestamps, a pattern emerged. Every pulse aligned with the same region of the sky, a distant star. Massive, unstable, already behaving strangely. That's when the realization struck me. These weren't Earth signals. They were early warnings. When massive stars collapse, they release ghost-like particles that travel faster than any radiation. They pass through matter, through planets. They arrive first, before light, before destruction. We weren't hearing a message from Earth. We were intercepting the universe's warning system. I sent everything. To NASA, to ESA, to every space agency that would listen. Emergency conferences followed within hours. Telescopes were redirected. The star was gone, collapsed. And worse, the data showed a focused emission, a gamma-ray burst, one of the most powerful forces in existence, and one of its beams was pointed directly at Earth. There was no defense, no technology, no escape. The particles we detected were the knock on the door. The gamma radiation followed. Satellites failed first. Communications collapsed. Then the sky changed. From Antarctica, I watched the atmosphere ignite. Auroras spilled across the horizon in violent, unnatural colors. The ozone layer began to collapse. Radiation poured through. The planet had no shield. This wasn't impact. This wasn't fire. It was sterilization. Silent. Invisible. Absolute. In my final log, I wrote a single sentence. We heard the warning, but understanding came too late. The sound beneath the ice was never meant for us. It was the universe whispering what was coming. And Antarctica was the only place quiet enough to hear it. And that's a wrap for today's story. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and lending me your ears. It truly means the world to me that you chose to spend your time here. I pour my heart into creating these stories, and knowing you're on the other side, listening and engaging, is the best motivation I could ask for. Your support is what keeps this channel going and growing. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps a lot. And if you don't want to miss out on what's coming next, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I've got so many more stories I can't wait to share with you. Thank you again for being such an amazing audience. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.